Well, I told you I'd be up here again. But like Rob said, Dad, that's it was so important for Dad to make us understand that you take care of your family, you go to work, you do a good job, you do the absolute best job you can do. No matter what you got to do, you do that job. And that's one reason I can't stand a complainer. My dad never complained. I don't complain. I've seen Dad so tired he could barely stand up, but he wouldn't complain. I've seen him come home from the mines. We'd eat at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. He'd hit it out on the farm till it was dark or past dark. He'd come home, hit the bed, do it day after day after day like a machine. He never complained. Now, to me, that's a hero. You see these sports figures that everybody thinks that are talented. They get paid $1 million for showing their ugly face, put a pair of socks on or put deodorant under their arm. People think they're heroes. Well, I'm going to tell you, that man right there was the hero. Not that long ago when he was sick, he was bad sick. I had a friend that died and his body was missing. And my dad knew that. He knew that. And I wanted to come home. And he said, boy, you stay there and you help take care of your friends. He said, I'll be all right here. He said, I ain't going to die anytime soon. He said, I'll tell you when I'm going to go. And that's the kind of man he was. He was always looking out for somebody else. He asked for so little, so little. I can never do enough or say enough good things about him. Like Rob said, he is the bar. To me, Jesus Christ and Elwood, they are the men that I want to be like. I will never, never, never meet a man better than my daddy. Not personally. I've read about him, but I grew up with him. I've seen what he does. I've seen how he did it. I've seen what he's overcome. I've seen what a legacy he has left. He is a smart man. He never had much of a chance, and he wanted so much more for his kids. And he taught us how to achieve and unrelenting, and I jokingly say that I'm not very bright, but I have a lot of perseverance, and that's one thing my dad taught me too, is if you don't get something right, just keep trying it till you do. Now, I will tell you another funny story about Steve was talking about we'd all go hunting and stuff like that. Well, we'd go up to Aunt Pete's on Thanksgiving. We'd usually get out and hunt, and then we'd go eat a big dinner and that sort of thing. But what we do is like Uncle Ed and Uncle Joe and Daddy, they'd make Joe and Steve and me be the dogs. We'd have to go in the brush piles and kick the rabbits out, and Uncle Joe or Uncle Ed or Denver or somebody, they'd be, shooting the rabbits. So anyway, but that's sort of how Daddy would hoodoo you too. He said it's good for you and make you tough. And when we'd be working on the farm, one of the things that, you got to do was a privilege. I was always with him just like Mindy was. He didn't want to do anything without me there, and I didn't want him doing anything without me there. But we'd have an old truck that had running boards, and what my job was to go open the gap or the gate. So being on an old farm, there's all kinds of blackberries and blackberry briars. Well, he thought it was funny to run me through the blackberry briars. He said it'd make you tough, boy. So I guess I remembered that, and I was telling Mom I hadn't thought about this probably in 40 years, but one day Dad come in from the mines, and we were working over in a field, and while we were over there without an axe, I don't know, but we were over there cutting this tree, and Dad was running the chainsaw, and I don't remember what I was doing, but anyway, he had the chainsaw, and the tree started falling the wrong way, and he started pushing the tree with his foot. Well, anyway, he got his foot caught up in the tree, and he was standing there like that. and we didn't have an axe, and of course it hooked the chainsaw in a bind. So there Daddy was. He was standing on one foot, and he said, "Boy, go get that axe." And I was like, "All right." And we were about a mile over there, and so I thought, well, I hurried up over there, and I thought, well, this is kind of funny. Daddy's standing over there on one leg. And so I brought the axe back, and I was just sort of saying her in the back. And she said, "Boy, get over here and help me get out of this mess." And I'm like, "I'll be there in a minute." And he's like, "Get over here now." And I thought it was so funny. I thought, yeah, now who's in the pickle? So anyway, that's just another one of those funny stories.